All right. As Sean just mentioned, we're going to have this recorded so that we can share this with the remainder of the team after the meeting. So this is continuing where we left off. And at this point, we are discussing VOL 473 and trying to find a resolution since this came in as a high priority around the same time or on the same day that we're planning to cut the release for 1.1. Okay. So I think where we left it is that we're looking at potentially targeting this for v1.1.1. Meanwhile, there's going to be a fair bit of investigation from various folks on the call going back to other SMEs for this issue. Is there anything else we need to capture for this now or further discussion on this one?
I just want to make sure the Chip and Dave and Srisha, everybody else is on mute. I just want to make sure you guys on mute on your will, not like I am forcing you to be muted.
Dave, say yes.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm not. I'm unmuted now. Now you're in trouble.
So David, on that ticket regarding to OVS switch, I think we decided to put it on 1.1.1 release. So
that's fine for now. I'm a little concerned because people put it as high and a bug. As soon as I can get in contact with her or her counterpart, I'll be able to know better.
Okay. If you hear anything, let us know. But right now,
yeah,
let's
absolutely.
go with this one.
I'll update the JIRA if there's an issue.
Okay. Do we have any more new tickets?
Yes, we have quite a few. So we have VOLTA 472, and that one, I thought I navigated already. Here we go. So this is IGMP proxy app should be distributed.
That's medium. Let's don't worry about it.
If you want to use ONOS and HA and POC3, this is important.
Right.
If you don't care about ONOS, HA, and POC3, it's not important.
I think we never really addressed the HA on the ONOS side for some reason. We always focus on the VOLTA. So let's put in 1.2.
Okay, that was going to be my guess. We'll do that. VOLTA 471. Need input for setting VOLTA releases. Yes.
Sorry, Julie, I was talking on mute. David, is there one for AAA, similar one for AAA? I think should we say all code apps should be made like that? Okay.
Yeah, there is one, I think. I don't know if it's JIRA for it or not, but it is a similar issue.
Okay.
What it really is any stateful app
right.
must have be HA aware.
Mm-hmm.
So shall we change the ticket instead of IGMP proxy app and let's say any stateful?
No, I think you want a ticket for each one.
Okay.
Track them.
Sure. Okay.
Did you think there may be related tickets open, or should we make a comment here or assign someone to open those tickets?
Let me double check on that one. I'll take the responsibility. If there's not one open for AAA, I will open one for AAA.
Okay.
I think that's the only other one we care about because the HCP is stateless, and yeah, I think that's.
Yeah, that's true. But it's true, David. But I recently saw they added the DHCP bindings. They keep it for display purposes, I think. So if that's the case, then it's not completely stateless.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll open one for each one then.
Yeah.
Okay. At least somebody has to investigate it. Yeah.
Yeah. You mean okay. Yep.
Okay. Thank you. All right. And this one is need input for setting VOLTA release info, author, email, and other data in setup. And so this is the top-level setup by file.
Yes.
And some
What
of this
this-
has never changed.
Right. What this addresses is we wanted to have some type of
Accountability?
Yeah.
well, yeah. Actually, this was found by changing the version numbers. This is the top level version number. I don't know where this shows up in VOLTA. I don't know how this class works. So if it probably in the CLI probably reports the VOLTA version, and that's what comes out here. So currently what has been changed is only the VOLTA version, okay? And as part of those commits, I changed the email address to VOLTA Discuss because clearly Zolt's email address at Sienna wasn't right. So what this ticket does is it just tracks. We need to figure out the author string, what's the appropriate thing to be there. And there's also a license file that's carried in here. You can see that below. It's an Apache license, and there's a text file. So the point is we might need to get ONF, administrative or something like that, get some input to what this stuff should be set to for VOLTA. So right now it's no worse than it ever was. It's just, this is just to get some
Going forward.
Some going forward on this. So it would be maybe, Sean, this might be something you can take up, is to find out from it's maybe we need to have Bill or somebody decide what needs to be done in here. I couldn't find any good examples. I didn't know where to look in the Cord site to see if there is an equivalent thing. This is pretty specific to VOLTA, what's going on. So,
David, is this the case? Is that very, very VOLTA specific?
Yeah, most of the files in Cord have a copyright header at the top, which is Copyright Open Networking Laboratories. When I was talking to Kim about this, my suggestion was like Open Networking Lab, as the author was Open Networking Laboratories al. or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
To kind of just make it very generic.
Okay.
But yeah, the Cord files don't track single authors. Where in open source single authors or companies have been tracked with copyright, typically if the person who creates the file would have the primary copyright header at the top, and then because it's open source and another company might have contributed a significant amount, they might have another copyright header underneath it, right? It's always an augment issue. But again, for this, it's an authors, which is really different. And again, that's why I said, maybe just kind of do Open Networking Laboratory al.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, I think I'll take on this. I'll work on that.
yeah, Sean, you have me involved in that if you need a backup discussion with that. So this one, actually, I would set the priority of this to low, and we should try to target this for 1.2.
Right.
To get this improved, but we're better than we were before. So.
Okay, everyone fine with that? I don't expect any objections to lowering the priority.
Do we need to provide some kind of guideline for the people who are writing codes, or this is the template that's always there?
This is only the change for this file in particular. I think people are the copyright notices are in properly because in Python files because Jenkins checks for that. So,
okay, it's the top level setup. Okay, got it.
This is just this one file that appears in the root directory. So.
Okay, so that makes sense to maybe just have something like ONF, since that's ONF project.
And who should we assign this one to?
Me.
Sean, I'm trying to find you in the list. I can't find you.
That's why. Sean, what's your...
Oh, there you are. Which one of these is the one you're using? Do you know?
Use AT&T. Otherwise, I never check my Gmail.
This okay.
No, the one.
Oh, the other one?
No. That's right. That's right.
Okay.
1562.
Thanks. I kept trying to find you in the list. I couldn't find you.
It was
Okay.
it was really funny. Just 1 minute. So when I talk at the owner's build, right, I have my Gmail email address that I said, it's in 1962. and people come and say, "You are old." Anyway.
Okay. And then 470, I believe we already talked about this earlier today, and that one hopefully is going to be resolved by end of day.
Yep.
469, this one is, see, when was this open? 2 days ago. Yeah, so this was after, I think it was after our last call as well.
Yeah, this is an adapter.
Oh, adapter one. Sorry.
Yep.
You're right. Let me move on. 460.
Well, before you move on, it's an adapter.
Yes.
Adapter will be part of the one.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this is part of build and and I'm already looking at that. This is not a blocker. There's workarounds for it. It's just to clean up the. So it's already correct as. Oh well, maybe.
So right now we have it targeted for 1.1.1. So I think we're okay there. No?
This is not. Yeah, I think it's okay.
Make sure you provide the workaround information.
Julie, could you make the screen just a little bit bigger?
Oh, yes. Sorry.
Sorry. There we go. Much easier.
Yes.
Yeah.
And this was my
number.
This was my number 2 priority thing behind all the branching. So.
Okay.
So this is what I'm looking at today.
Okay.
So is that possible? You can actually find a fix for today?
Maybe. I'll try. I'll do what Shreetha does. I'll say I will try to have it fixed.
But you don't have until the Pacific time. I'll assign you the Central time.
No, I'm Pacific time. That's okay. I have time to do it. It's likely I could get to the bottom of it.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm doing a time check here. We've got 5 minutes left, so we can either keep going through the issues as we are now, or if there's a specific issue people know they want to discuss on the call today, please call that out now and we can jump over to that. Any specific requests? Okay, I'll keep going down our list then. This one is done.
Julie, is this part of this release planning process? Or?
Well, yes and no. We're trying to kind of flag them as we go through, basically as we're making sure there's nothing that's come in the last few days that's required for our current release that we're trying to cut. And so we've been tagging them as we go. But if you go over and look at, where is it? Here we go. If we go over and look at the backlog, and let me make this one a little bit bigger too. The sprint has nothing's been mapped into the sprint yet other than one that was there from quite a while back. So what we need to do is start going through the backlog and pulling these into the sprint to kick off the work for sprint 1, for 1.1.1. So that's the part we have not managed to get to yet.
So for 1.1.1, the sprint should start next week, right?
I think so.
Yeah, realistically, because it was supposed to start at the beginning of this week.
Yeah.
But we haven't opened the sprint, so we need to look at our planning cycle again. But there's not time to do that on this call. So I think what we should do for this call is just finish triaging these, make sure there's nothing critical for 1.1.0, and then on Tuesdays spend the whole time just doing sprint planning, open the sprint and do the planning.
Okay.
Okay. So I'll go back to our list of open bugs as we're going through or the new ones as we're going down the list. This is Edge Core Adapter as well, so do you want to skip over this one for now?
Yeah, that came from Raghu. Yeah, the edge core adapter has trouble in swarm mode. That's not going to be in this. You don't need that for 1.0 or 1.1.
So is that edge core adapter does not support HA?
That's correct.
Okay.
Okay.
Not at this time. Not right now.
VOL 466 on IGMP proxy at multicast video stops after 30 seconds. And there were some updates a couple days ago on this.
Huh? Who opened this one? Who opened this one?
Well, it seems to be some timer. I mean, if it's 30 seconds,
it
seems to be some timer problem that they have to tune, probably.
Is that the timeout that switches from unicast to multicast? I thought that was 20 seconds.
Yeah.
Yep.
So it sounds like multicast, they don't have multicast.
It sounds like the report's not going back up to the IPTV server.
Chip?
Again, we didn't see this, so when was this open?
Yeah, we have multicast.
This was opened 5 days ago.
Yeah, and I don't think that's a blocking issue or anything. I'll check with biology to see if that's still active and make sure he's on current software.
Yeah, and make sure a little more detail in terms of, is he seeing queries from upstream and is he sending reports upstream?
Okay, so I'll have him make sure he has Wireshark watching while he's doing that.
Yep.
Yeah, I think
it's your friend.
But if you're using your ONU, I know the ONU of the Broadcom ONU, once they put into the SFP mode, the SFU mode, then they sort of resolve this issue. So, Chip, let's verify this today.
Okay.
Okay, and we are
I think
out of time.
Been playing today.
Yeah. Do you want me to add a comment to this? I can do that after we drop the bridge, but does anyone want to comment added this one today or just wait for updates after you go look at it?
I'm not convinced it's really a bug. We need more information. Yeah. Yep.
So we'll wait on that, and I think we are out of time, and then Tuesday we will plan to focus on the sprint planning so we can get that kicked off. Sean and Tim, I think we need to meet separately to kind of relook at the planning schedule for the sprints and everything and adjust as needed. And then we'll set up a separate call to specifically go over VOL 460 and 419 as that's related and see if we can hammer out an agreeable path forward on that for all parties. Okay.
And then just in case, just 1 minute for people on the call, we're going to have the release 2.0 lockdown in Berlin, maybe. So it will be the week of mostly the October 27th, the Friday, a whole day, 1 day event. I think what we can do is we can do a better planning, and I send out a feature to the technical leads, and then it will be a face-to-face lockdown meeting, and Telefonica and then the Deutsche Telekom will be participating. So bring this message back to your company and then make sure they send the technical leads to the Broadband World Forum. Okay, that's it. I think Dave Bemper just dropped. Okay. Okay. Thanks,
Sean and Julie. I'm not available. Yeah. We can stay on.
Hold on. Let's go ahead and stop the recording, and I need to check my schedule.
Okay.